Hey everyone, I'm your alibi, and these are the top 6 best and worst Star Wars ships. Note, not all these are canon. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this, since this is going to take a very long, painful time. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I will be starting with the worst, just to get these nightmares out of the way, and ending with the best. So first off, we have Rex and Asuka. Now, I sort of understand why this became a thing. The clones have been put through an accelerated aging process, so you could argue that they're only half as old as they look. But if that was the case, Rex would still be pre-teen. Also, this logic doesn't work because Rex has the mental and emotional capacity, as well as the experience of an adult. There is just no getting around this. So next up we have Asuka and Bane. Oh my god. Oh my god. I get it. I can't take it. I can't even with this one. I just can't even. Like, why? What is wrong with you people? Asuka is a minor. A minor. She's 14 at the beginning of Clone Wars. Not to mention these two are on opposite sides of the war. And have you seen Asuka? Petty, self-righteous Asuka? How in all of the fandom could this idea be conceived? Anyway, moving on. Padme and Obi-Wan. I don't know why I do this to myself. I think this one is self-explanatory as to how desperate people are. Did you ever see any romantic chemistry between these two? I didn't. Did you ever notice that Obi-Wan is devoted to the Jedi Order? How about the fact that he was and still is in love with someone else? Oh yeah, and Padme's married. Can't forget that. So next up we have Lux and Asuka. Yeah, Ahsoka's gonna be popping up a lot. Honestly, I don't know why the writers were giving her love interests. She's a Jedi. I guess they didn't notice. They were too busy trying to make her appealing to young audiences. Because what do teenage girls care about? Boys! Only boys. And what do teenage boys care about? Girls! Only girls. Losing all sanity! Seriously though, Ahsoka is way over-sexualized. I mean, look at this outfit. Look at it! Anyway, moving on. Next up is Bane and Hondo. And I can't even say that without cringing. First of all, these two never met in canon. Do you seriously think no-nonsense Bane would be interested in this guy? Also, Bane is obviously straight. Like, so obviously straight. But why not go ahead and test this ship by looking at someone with a personality very similar to Bane's, who happened to be in a relationship with Hondo. I'm of course referring to Aura Singh, and we all know how beautifully that worked out. And lastly on this list of worst Star Wars ships, I have Ahsoka and Anakin. This one is self-explanatory. Okay, on to the best ships, finally. First off, I have Kenobi and Satine. These two are adorable, but unfortunately they're only a fragment of what could have been. Kenobi even admitted that he would have left the Jedi Order for Satine had she asked. Imagine these two settling down and having like a little family of Kenobis and Satines and... Next up we have Barriss and Asuka. Now I personally don't believe in the opposites attract rule, but it certainly applies here. Ahsoka is more emotional while Barriss is more logical. But the way they balance each other out is just beautiful to watch. Next on my list is Han and Qi'ra, and I feel like I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. But the truth is, I never really cared for Han and Leia's relationship. The on-screen chemistry just never felt believable. And honestly, they were more fun to watch as an old couple in Force Awakens. But with Han and Qi'ra, watching them be torn apart, only to find each other again, the emotions were genuine. You could feel that they'd been through so much together, and they loved each other to bits, even when they were forced to go in opposite directions. I'm sorry if you disagree, but this pairing is pure gold. The following pair is Ventress and Quinlan Voss. I'm actually super sad that we never got to see this in Clone Wars, but it is what it is, and I doubt we'll be seeing it in the remainder of Season 7. But these two characters are amazing together, and seeing them express their inner demons to one another and work together to try to take down Dooku would have been a sight to behold. Next up is Grievous and Ronderu from Legends. For those who don't know the story, Grievous was part of a race called the Kaleesh. They were thrown into a war with an insect-like race called the Huck. Grievous, then called Kaimen, and Ronderu were both skilled warriors. They actually ended up marrying before Ronderu was unfortunately killed by the Huck. That's actually the whole reason Grievous became Grievous in the first place, because he would forever be grieving the loss of his wife. Last on my list is Kanan and Hera from Rebels. Rebels doesn't have a lot of good things in it, but the relationship between these two is definitely one of its better elements. We don't see a lot of them blatantly acting like a couple. Heck, I'm pretty sure they only kiss once in the entire show. But a lot can be said for subtlety. It feels like a real relationship, especially considering all the stuff they have to deal with in those times. Like, for pity's sake, there's a rebellion going on. It's always good to see people have their priorities laid out. Anyway, that's all for now, and if you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below. Check out some more of my content, and I will see you in the next video. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have never gone over one page in a script. Never before. I don't script ridiculously long videos. Who would do such a thing? It would be such a headache, man. Like, how does Nostalgia Critic manage? How does that guy manage? The guy's amazing.